you can grow fresh, delicious tomatillos right in your home garden. In today's episode, we'll look at growing purple tomatillos. Now you can direct sow your seeds in containers, and since we're growing at least about 3 or 4 plants, I chose a 16-inch container that's quite big in size. And then what you do is just direct sow the seeds. Make sure that you're sowing your seeds directly only after the last frost date in your area. Otherwise, your seeds are not going to germinate and you're not going to see the plants or the seedlings coming up from your seeds. Now, the reason we grow at least 3 to 4 tomatillo plants close to each other is because tomatillo plants are self-sterile, which means that they cannot pollinate themselves. The same plant cannot pollinate its own. So that's why you need at least about 3 plants or 4 plants when you're growing tomatillos. You can also start your tomatillo seedlings in seed starting kits like these about 6 weeks before you plan to plant them outside. And they're a warm season crop. It's a summer crop. And you can see here that about 46 days since sowing, the plant has grown pretty tall. And they will continue to grow as long as you provide enough sunlight and nutrients. The nutrient requirements or the fertilizer requirements are just like the tomato plant. Water your tomatillo plants depending on the temperatures in your area. You can see a rough guide to watering your plants here. So about 67 days since you've planted your tomatillo plants, you will see that they've produced lush foliage and will also start producing flowers, as you can see here. Now that's why you need at least 2 or 3 plants so that the flowers can get pollinated from the adjacent plants. And there are a lot of containers you can grow your tomatillo plants in, and this is one of them. As you see here, it's a pretty large container and you need to watch out for insects. This 3-lined potato beetle caused a lot of damage to our tomatillo plant, and you can hand pick this insect and then make sure that your plant is free from these kind of pests. But you do need to take care of your tomatillo plant just like you would take care of your tomato or your eggplants or any other summer crop. And your tomatillo plant might grow very tall, which is pretty normal, and it will produce a lot of branches, it will produce a lot of flowers, and in about 120 days you will see the fruits start forming. And if you don't see the fruits forming, if you just see the leaves, you need to plant more plants. Now the purple tomatillo is very unique. When it ripens, it has this purple color inside the husk, and some people even eat it raw because it has this nutty flavor that is pretty amazing. But we harvested these tomatillos and prepared salsas and chutneys, and they were pretty amazing. The tomatillo plant is so easy to grow, it makes a great summer crop, and once you plant it and once it starts producing fruits, it does produce a lot of tomatillos. So you can expect a lot of tomatillos from just one plant, and you will be pleasantly surprised at how good this plant is. So there we have it, folks. That was our episode on growing the purple tomatillo plant. I'll provide a link to the seeds in the video description below. If you want to know more about growing tomatillos and to see a delicious recipe, do check out these 2 videos on your screen right now, and we'll see you again soon. Happy gardening.